You're listening to Voice of Korea News Now. Respected Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader of the Workers' Party of Korea and the Korean people, received a gift from the China Institute of Contemporary International Relations. The gift was conveyed to an official concerned on Tuesday by Fu Mengji, Vice President of the Institute and head of its delegation on a visit to the DPRK. A lecture under the title, The Association for the Restoration of the Fatherland, the First Revolutionary National United Front Organization of Korea, was given in Guinea on April 29th on the occasion of the 78th anniversary of the Association for the Restoration of the Fatherland. Present there were teachers and students of the Guinean Art College. The speaker said the Association for the Restoration of the Fatherland, founded and led by President Kim Il-sung, founder of Socialist Korea in the days of the anti-Japanese armed struggle, is the first anti-Japanese National United Front organization in Korea. The association was expanded into an organization embracing all people in a short time after its foundation and made a great contribution to overthrowing the colonial rule of the Japanese imperialists and achieving the liberation of Korea, the speaker added. A meeting was held at the Pampa Art Theater in Pyongyang on Tuesday on the occasion of the 40th anniversary of the great leader Kim Jong-il's famous work, Our Party's Media is a Powerful Ideological Weapon, which contributes to modeling the whole of society on Kim Il-sung. Present at the meeting were Kim Gi-nam, officials of ministries and national institutions, and media officials and reporters and men of the press. Kim Gi-nam, member of the Political Bureau and Secretary of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, made the report. The reporter said the publication of the work of the great Kim Jong-il on May 7th, 1963 or 1974 was an event of special significance in the history of the media of our party, and continued. The past 40 years after the publication of the work were sacred chronicles in which the idea and theories of the work have been successfully implemented under the leadership of the party and the leader, facelifting the features of the media of the party and partially demonstrating their militancy. The immortal exploits of the great Kim Jong-il are being carried forward and developed by respected Kim Jong-un. Respected Marshal Kim Jong-un has declared it as a fundamental mission of the Kim Il-sungist Kim Jong-ilist media to carry forward the revolutionary ideas and exploits of the great generalissimos Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il forever, and provide the firm guarantee to firmly carry forward the revolutionary character and tradition of the media of our party, the reporter stressed. The 10th National Machine Design Festival opened. Participating in the festival are designers, teachers, researchers, technicians, and 3 revolution team members at more than 140 units, including designing and industrial art studios and educational and scientific research institutions. The festival will contribute to further developing science and technology of machine design. The opening ceremony was held at the Central Light Industrial Sample Exhibition in Pyongyang on the 6th. Present there were officials concerned and officials and working people of machine design and industrial art studios, educational and scientific research institutions. The Pyongyang Tourism College has been newly established in the DPRK. The college, which started its service on April the 1st this year, aims to scientifically systematize the contents concerning tourism and train competent tourism officials and experts. It is situated in East Pyongyang. Practical measures including establishment of the tourism college and development of education in tourism and educational projects were taken last year when various steps for the development of tourism are taken by the state. The Pyongyang Tourism College also plans to introduce the study while working system as well as the in-serve training system. The college will also have various forms of exchanges with foreign tourism educational institutions. Meanwhile, faculties of tourism will come into being at universities of education in provinces of the country, including the Wonsan University of Education and Chagwon Shinjuju University of Education No. 1. Recently, the Music and Video Electronics Joint Venture Company of Korea has developed new Sobex trademarked digital electronic piano models 3, 4, and 5, winning popularity of the experts and amateurs. The new models are far better in timbre and higher in touch sense, up to 8 stages, than the existing ones, as well as ordinary pianos. Especially, Model 5 is in great demand, as it can produce all timbres of the professional grand piano. The new models can perform, arrange, and edit music with MIDI using earpieces and computer. It is easy to handle, as it can be disassembled and has battery to ensure performance during electric outage. The Embassy of the Republic of Poland in the DPRK gave a reception at the Taedonggang Diplomatic Club in Pyongyang on the 6th, on the occasion of the Constitution Day, the national holiday of Poland. Present on invitation were Kung So-gung, Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs, officials concerned, and foreign diplomatic representatives and representatives of international organizations in Korea. On hand were Polish Trust Affairs Agenting, Tomasz Pasnowski, and his embassy staff members. 137 South Korean university professors and researchers on April the 30th made public a declaration against the deal on basic pension proposed by the puppet government, according to the South Korean newspaper Hangyeore. The declaration said the deal on basic pension proposed by the Park Geun-hye regime and the Saenuri Party has serious shortcomings and called for re-examining the bill, not adopting it in haste, as it will encroach on and seriously hurt the interests of the people. That day, the Citizen Solidarity for Democratic Society released a commentary denouncing Park Geun-hye and her group for their attempt to get rid of the responsibility for the sinking of the passenger ship. The Chinese internet newspaper Korean News 1 on May the 2nd posted an article under the title, "Capital Crimes Disappeared with the Sinking of the Ferry Sewol." The article said, some time ago in South Korea, many people threw out the wreath sent by Park Geun-hye and Lee Myung-bak as a token of indignation at Park, who visited Ansan's joint incense-burning altar. It shows the miserable images of the former and present rulers whose wreaths are not welcomed but thrown away by the mourners. Thanks to the disaster of the ferry Sewol, Director of the Intelligence Service Nam Jae-sun, who was cornered for the fabrication of spying case, and Intelligence Service, the public prosecution, and the police that were put on the cutting block for their illegal interference in the 2012 presidential election have survived like a lizard cutting its tail, the article noted. Vasile Orleanu, chairman of the Supreme Council of the Socialist Party of Romania, released an article titled "Dangerous Need for Perpetual Occupation" on the internet homepage Juche Idea on April 29. The article exposed that during his recent visit to the Asian region, U.S. President Obama reiterated the dominationist strategy for perpetual occupation of South Korea. It fully supports the statement of a spokesman for the National Defense Commission of the DPRK and the press statement of a spokesman for the DPRK Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which urged the United States once again to ponder. And that's the end of the news, read by Che Jong-nam. This is Voice of Korea. The daily Rodong Sinmun of the DPRK carried a commentary on Wednesday under the title, "Silly Dream of Military Supremacy." The commentary said in gist, during his recent visit to South Korea, U.S. President Obama said they would not hesitate to use military force for defense of alliance. His outbursts are as good as a declaration of war on the DPRK. One of the purposes of his visit to South Korea is to keep and strengthen their hostile policy towards the DPRK, now in dilemma, by further worsening the tense situation of the Korean Peninsula and thus realize it to the end. Over the past tens of years, the successive rulers of the United States have persisted in hostile policy towards the DPRK. That it is rare to see such authorities who have persisted in their attempt to invade the North despite economic crisis and decreased military expenditure as now. It is unprecedented that the Obama administration stages different forms of joint military exercises, uses the United Nations to question every issue on us, and calling for additional economic sanctions, mobilizes its followers to enforce hostile policy towards the DPRK. The danger also lies in the fact that Obama's talk about the defense of relations of alliance with South Korea during his recent visit is based on their silly calculation to prop latent enemy and hold military supremacy in and around the Korean Peninsula. Obama and his gang make desperate efforts to keep the position of the only superpower of the United States from winning in the Asia-Pacific region. But after all, it will lead to a total bankruptcy of the strategy of attaching importance to the Asia-Pacific region. That was the gist of the commentary under the title, Silly Dream of Military Supremacy, carried in the daily Rodong Shinmun of the DPRK on Wednesday. This is Voice of Korea. Now here's the Navy Corps, our comrade Kim Jong-il.